What's going on, y'all? Thanks for checking in the Khaliis Take. You know what to do. Hit that like, subscribe button. Also hit that notification bell just so you can get the newest and the bonus content first. But hey, let's just go ahead and jump right in. After waiving a player that the Clippers just did, after doing that, I feel like the Clippers are trying to open up room to bring in another valuable piece. And what I mean by valuable piece is I feel like this might have opened the door or avenue to bring in a valuable piece, like possibly another big man, another center. Because, as I said before, Zubac is good. Even if Zubac is healthy, he's really good, he's really skilled, and he has a big upside. But at the same time, when you say a big upside, or if somebody says he has potential to be a lot better than what he's displayed, that's futuristic. Or that's not something that he's able to provide at this current moment in time. Now, hopefully, when the season starts, he'll be ready to go. He'll be able to log in, play big minutes and, actually, contribute the way he's supposed to. But at the same time, even with him being healthy, I said before, the Clippers definitely need another big man. They need another center, and they need that center position to be as stacked as possible because that's the area that they're the most weakest in. And when you think about that, it really just shows that that's one area of improvement that they can make. But even still, I still think they could win a championship with the team they have. I just think that area right there might be a key area that some teams might try to exploit against them if they play them in a 7-game series when it comes to, going against teams and certain matchups being favorable for you as you play a team in a 7-game series. So my point is, I feel like the Clippers, now that they have waived a player, I believe the player they waive is Keaton Wallace. He was a pretty good G League player from what I saw, averaging, decent points and everything like that. But I think he was only on like a 10-day contract or something like that, or exhibition contract anyway. So with that being said, the Clippers have an opportunity, with that player off the roster and maybe, clear, maybe they might waive another player or two. You never know, but maybe they have their eyes set on a player, out there that can really help them in the area that they need. Because right now, the last couple seasons, their issue has been they haven't had a point guard. And now that they got a point guard in John Wall, hopefully that he stays healthy. The only other area I think they really need to improve in is the center position because Zubac really isn't good enough. And as I said before in my previous videos, I really don't know too much about Moses Brown. I really don't know too much about him, but there is some expectations of him, and like I said, the little bit of that I've seen from his game, it's not bad. It's not bad at all. It can definitely help them. It definitely can't hurt the Clippers. I think he can definitely, be a good backup to Zubac, but at the same time, having one more piece there wouldn't hurt. And I think personally they should really, I said this a few weeks ago, they should have really went after Boogie Cousins. The Clippers had him one time before. He played very well with them the short stint that he was with them. And I feel like he's definitely available, or I believe he's still available, or he was available for a cheap price. The point I'm trying to make is there is potential players out there the Clippers can get. It's not going to be a big household name or anything like that, but it just needs to be somebody that is certified, sort of say, somebody that, people have heard of, that people know about, that people have seen, or maybe even have, watched before. And Boogie Cousins is definitely one of them players. I thought Mo Bamba for the Orlando Magic was a good pickup for them if they were able to get him. And of course, there were other reports out there about the possibility of Miles Turner. But Miles Turner, to me, is a real far-fetched one because they're going to have to probably give up something, very substantial to get a player like him. I don't see Indiana coming up off a player like that unless they're going to get some key contributions back. And honestly, the only team that really has something that they probably want is the Lakers, because the Lakers are trying to get rid of their so-called problem in Russell Westbrook. And they got 2 picks that they're sitting on that I hear and that I've read in some of the reports that the Pacers are wanting. The Pacers really want one of those picks, if not both of them, if they can get both of those picks from the Lakers and maybe Russell Westbrook or somebody like that added to it. They'll definitely take that and give up Miles Turner. Hell, they might give up Buddy Hield too, according to some of the reports that I read. So I mean, when you think about that, I don't feel like the Clippers really have much of a chance to get somebody like Miles Turner, because they don't really have that much assets to give away. And all the pieces that they have, honestly, really fit the criteria of what they need. They don't want to give away too many of their good pieces, because then there again, you're taking away from that championship nucleus that you already have built and put in place to go into this season and go out there and represent the team the right way. So I don't really think the Miles Turner thing is in the near future anytime soon. I believe the Lakers, definitely probably have a better chance of getting him than the Clippers as of right now. Anything can change at any point in time, though. So I really wouldn't, bank on that too much. But at the same time, I just think the Clippers need to find somebody adequate, in the center position, because I feel like I said, that's their thinnest spot. And if that's your weakest spot, then, in a 7-game series, teams are really going to try to exploit that. And when they do try to exploit it, sometimes they might get the best of you. And I feel like when you watched them about a year ago, before Kawhi went down against Utah, that was one of their weak spots as well, because they didn't have Serge Ibaka there. He was sitting on the sideline at the time when they had him before they traded him. And they really didn't have another big man that they could really go to. They kind of interchange Nicholas Batum, because he could play the 5 position, and now they got Robert Covington. He could play the 5 position too. So they actually have some coverage there, but that's not those guys' real actual position. They're good enough to guard and play those positions, but that's not really their natural given position. You're talking about power forwards playing as centers. Yeah, that works at times, but having a real true center actually is a lot better, going forward for a team if they're trying to really win, that they can depend on, whether he's good on offense or defense. Either way, it's always good having that big man there that can give them that support that they need in the paint. You see what I'm saying? So my thing is, I definitely will go after that if I were them. I'm going to say shout out to Keaton Wallace, for giving his contributions to the Clippers and everything like that. He didn't make the final cut, so to say, but, hopefully, going forward, he, has some success there as well. But, honestly, I feel like this might not be the only player that they cut bait with. It might be maybe one more player way down far on the bench or something like that. They might actually waive. And you never know what they might bring in or who they might bring in place of, or, to substitute to fill out their roster. But either way, I think that that center position is very important, very vital to their success. And if I were the Clippers, I definitely would look that way and see what they can get in regards to, that position. Because as I said, I think that's the only position that they're lacking in. Even still, with what they have, they still can win a championship. But of course, the more the better in this type situation. So I definitely think the Clippers should go after that and go after that position and see what they can find. But hey, that's my take on everything. Leave any comments in the comment section. Check out my other videos if you haven't. And hey, Khaliis out.